Hello, it's Giles here from HPS, and today I'd like to talk to you about the Nitron Sport Shock. Even though this is one of the entry-level Nitron shocks, it's still a high-spec, gas-pressurised monotube design with many features, and a shock which we believe is by far the highest quality and best value entry-level unit you can buy. So I'll just cover a few of the reasons why. Most of the shocks in this price range are made from zinc plated steel, which always dulls and corrodes very quickly. But all Nitrons have a hard anodised, corrosion resistant CNC machined aluminium body, which will stay looking new year after year. It also uses the same high quality internal components of Nitron's more costly race shock, meaning that, for example, for the longest life it has low friction rose jointed eyes where applicable, and a super polished piston rod with ultra low friction Teflon coated seal at the bottom of the shock body. One of the reasons it performs very well on road or track is because it has a very large 40mm diameter piston. This piston size flows more damping oil for more precise and consistent ride control, and the shock has a very straightforward and positive 24-click single adjuster for rapid combined adjustment to fine-tune the firmness of the damping to suit your riding style. One of the problems with most bikes' original shocks, and also most aftermarket shocks too, is that the original spring is far too firm, which when combined with inadequate damping leads to poor handling and ride. This can never be adjusted out, as any spring's rate is fixed by the thickness of the wire from which it's made, which obviously can't be altered. So, and very importantly, HPS will build your shock to your actual order, with the perfect specification based on your individual needs, including your weight, whether you ride solo or with a passenger and luggage, whether you ride on road or track or both. And from this, we'll select the perfect spring to install, and with all the adjustments preset, it means that most of our numerous Nitron customers tell us they have simply fitted and forgotten their shock, as they've never found the need to adjust it. But for those who do wish to experiment with settings, each shock is supplied with a comprehensive and very explanatory setup manual, along with a shock build sheet, which will always allow you to go back to your base settings as supplied. If you ever want to adjust your ride height though, perhaps to carry a passenger, then you have manual preload adjustment with the C-spanner included. This fits very positively into the spring preload ring, and you can turn to increase or decrease preload very easily without the risk of grazed knuckles. If you change from solo to with passenger frequent though, you can also add Nitron's optional hydraulic remote preload adjuster for more instant changes to rear ride height. This completely eliminates the use of the C-spanner and can also be quickly used to vary steering response between road and track. Further adjustability is also available on most bikes by Nitron shocks normally having adjustable static length as standard. As you can see here, you have a nut which you loosen, just rotate the eye to alter the shock's length by up to about 10mm. This may also be ideal for shorter riders who want to reduce their seat height, so please specify when ordering if you need us to build you a shock that can be shortened rather than lengthened, and it's normally possible to reduce the seat height by about 30mm. For all riders, and specifically high mileage riders, you'd be reassured to know your shock is completely rebuildable and revaluable, and with a rapid UK maintenance and support service, you can be sure that once you bought a Nitron from HPS, it will be able to perform perfectly beyond the lifetime of your bike. From this brief run through, I hope you can see why we're confident this is the best entry-level shock you can buy, but if you have any more questions, do please take a look at our website or give us a call. We'll be happy to answer any more questions you have. And if you decide to order, you can be sure we'll have your shock built directly to your spec very quickly. Thanks for watching. We hope to hear from you soon, whether it's for a Nitron shock or for any other parts we can supply to help improve your bike.